Hello children. So in the last class we have completed about refraction of light when it passes from one medium to another medium. So now whenever the light travels from one medium to another medium, what happens? So we know that the light ray, it bends. So the bending of the light ray when it moves from one medium to another medium, what it shows? It shows bending. So this property is called as refraction. But when the light, especially it falls on the medium, it is at the interface of two medium obliquely, then only it will, what it will do? It will bend. But what will be the extent of this bending of the light ray? So based on this extent of the bending of the light ray, we are using the term that is called as refractive index. So now what do you mean by refractive index? So this refractive index, it gives the extent of relationship of the light ray, that means bending of the light ray when it passes from one medium to another medium, correct? So for example, we know that the light speed, it is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. How much? So the speed of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So this will be the speed of light where in vacuum, right? So in vacuum, the light, it travels with how much speed? That is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, that is at maximum. But whenever this light, it passes through another medium, what will do? The speed of the light reduces. So for this reason the light shows bending. Clear? So now we will discuss that some more in detail in this topic. Now when the same light, which one? That is the light which is moving with 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second, if it moves in air, so you know what will happen? The speed of the light, somewhat it decreases. What it will do? It will decrease to little extent. And then when the same light, if it passes through water or glass, so again the speed of the light, it decreases still. See, when the light is passing in vacuum, the speed is 10 into 10 power 8 meter per second. When the same light, it is passing through the air, the light speed, it is slightly decreasing. And then when the same light, it is passing through the water or glass, still it is decreasing. Why? See, the density is increasing. So when the density increases, the speed of light somewhat decreases. So due to that reason, the light ray shows bending when it passes from one medium to another medium. So this extent of the bending of light ray from one medium to another medium, so this relative extent, we call it as refractive index. So what we are calling? We are calling it as refractive index. So you can observe that in this example. So if you take that one more our previous activity, see, I will draw the diagram slide here, a rough diagram. So we took it as a glass slab, right? And then on this glass slab we have marked a normal line. I think you all can remember that normal line. So consider this as a normal line, and then on this normal line, if the light ray incidents obliquely, so like this, if the light ray incidents obliquely, when it incidents on the interface of these two medium, and we consider this medium as air medium, and we will consider it as medium 1, okay, and then we took it as a glass medium, and then this glass medium we consider it as medium 2. So this is our example. See, when the light ray incident on this glass slab, what property it shows? It shows the bending of the light ray. So slightly the light ray, it bends towards the normal, correct alva? Okay, the light ray after refraction it bends towards the normal. So this extent of bending with respect to that medium 1 in medium 2 is called as refractive index. So if we indicate that one in a formula, we can take it as, consider it as V1 for medium 1, and for medium 2 we will consider it as V2. Now what will be the refractive index of medium 2? So if we consider that, we can write it as when the light it passes from air to glass medium, that is from air medium it is a rarer medium and the glass is a denser medium. So now the refractive index of medium 2, I will repeat again, the refractive index of medium 2, it is represented as, it is the ratio of speed of light in medium 1 and the speed of light in medium 2. I will repeat again, the refractive index of the medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is the ratio of speed of light in medium 1 and the speed of light in the medium 2. And then if we indicate that in a formula, so you know how we can write, we can write it as, will take it as n, and where we are taking the refractive index, we are taking the refractive index of light in medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So we will write it as n to 1, that means refractive index of medium 2 with respect to medium 1 is equal to the ratio. So what do you mean by ratio? So ratio indicates fraction. So it is the ratio of speed of light in medium 1. So which is the medium 1 here? Which one? That is V1 is the medium, and then the speed of light in medium 2, speed of light in medium 2, correct? So which is the medium 2 here? In this example it is V2. So this is the formula of refractive index. So now by this equation we can define the refractive index. So what do you mean by refractive index? See, so refractive index symbol is n. It is indicated as, or it is defined as, it is the speed of light in medium 1 to the speed of light in medium 2, correct? So by using this formula we can find the refractive index, and keep it in mind as we have studied in the previous topic, that is Snell's law. So what does the Snell's law states? So sin I by sin R is equal to a constant. So we call this constant as a refractive index. So where is that refractive index? This is the refractive index, that means it is a constant, and keep it in mind always the refractive index is constant for a given pair of media. So for example here I took air as one media and glass as another media. We can take any other media, right? But for each given pair of media the refractive index is common, that means it is a constant. For which one? For a given pair of media. It depends on the given pair of media. Clear? For example, we will learn this in the next topic also, but I will take one example, the refractive index of water. For example, if you take the refractive index of water is 1.33. You know what is the meaning of this? That means the speed of light from air to water, that ratio is 1.33. So this is the refractive index. Wherever you take, that is air to water, it will be 1.33. This is the ratio, that means this is the refractive index of water. Clear? And then if we can take it vice versa, that means if the light passes from medium 2 to medium 1, that means from glass to air, if we consider like that, like this. So now how we can write this one? Simple, it is inverse of this, that is so here we'll write it as see how I will write. So this is refractive index of medium 1 with respect to 2. Now it is changed. So speed of light in medium 2 and the speed of light in medium 1. Clear? So if you write it is formula, this is V2 by V1. So wherever, either it may from rarer to denser medium or from denser to rarer medium. So depending on the direction of the light ray, we will use the formula. And here one more important thing you have to remember, that if the medium 1 is air, if the medium 1 is air or vacuum, I will repeat again, if the medium 1 is air or vacuum, then that kind of refractive index is called as absolute refractive index. I will repeat again. The question is, what do you mean by absolute refractive index? So if the medium 1 is air or vacuum, so then that kind of refractive index is called as absolute refractive index. So based on that, we can write the formula in this way. How? See, if the refractive index here equal to, we know that the first medium, if it is air or vacuum, we know that the speed of light in air and vacuum, it is almost maximum. So we'll write it as speed of light in air, we'll take it as air by speed of light in medium. Speed of light in medium. Which medium? Any medium, either it may be glass medium or water medium or kerosene or oil, any medium. So now the light is coming from air to any other medium. So equal to, we know the speed of light symbol. What is the symbol? Speed of light symbol is C divided by, and we took the speed of light in any medium as V. Correct? So n equal to speed of light in air by speed of light in any medium is equal to C by V. So keep it in mind, C meaning speed of light in air and V meaning speed of light in medium, and this n, and here we mention it as n m. This is refractive index. So you have to remember this formula, because see, in exam you will get the speed of light and the refractive index. So by using these two data, you have to calculate speed of light in the given medium. Either they may ask any medium, so you must find that. So for that reason, you have to recall this formula. And what will be the speed of light? So we know that C equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So we have to substitute this value in the equation, and usually we will get refractive index in a table which is mentioned in your textbook. So no need to recall or remember the table, just you must read the table once. Clear? And then see, for example, in the earlier topic I took refractive index of water. So refractive index of water is 1.33. So what do you mean by this? So the meaning is, if I write here, the refractive index of water is 1.33 equal to speed of light in air. That means how much? That is C by V. Then what is C? That is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Then we can calculate the speed of light in where? In the medium. Which medium? Water. Correct, Allah? So refractive index of water is 1.33. If we change this equation, that is, if we take the V here and 1.33 here, easily we can calculate the speed of light in water. So for this reason, we have to recall this formula while calculating refractive index. And then keep it in mind, when the density of the medium increases, the refractive index also increases. So for example, just now we took water, refractive index is 1.33, but if you take it for a crown glass, in crown glass, you know what will be the refractive index? That is Ng, that means glass, equal to 1.52. See, compared to water, the density of the glass is high, so they have high refractive index. But please note that this is not common in all cases. For example, if you take kerosene, I think you know the meaning of kerosene, so commonly you may have used this kerosene at your home. So now this kerosene, it has a refractive index of 1.44. so this is the refractive index of kerosene. But look at here, water refractive index is 1.33, kerosene refractive index is 1.44. But do you think kerosene is more denser than water? No, kerosene is less denser than water, but kerosene is more optically denser. I will repeat again, kerosene is more optically denser, not in terms of mass. If we compare to mass density, I think you can remember the activities. If you mix water and kerosene, usually always kerosene floats on water. That means kerosene lies above the water and water present below. Why? Because the density of the kerosene is higher than water, right? That is mass density. But you compare that to here, see, this is refractive index. Which one has more refractive index? Kerosene or water? That is kerosene only, because the mass density is varying, but kerosene is more optically denser than water. So by this example, we can also say that this optical density does not depending on mass density itself. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ. So you must remember the definition of refractive index. So that is, it is the ratio of speed of light in one medium to the speed of light in the second medium. And what is the formula? That is m equal to C by V. What do you mean by C? So C is the speed of light in air, and V meaning it is the speed of light in the given medium. And then the ratios, it is a ratio, so please note that it is refractive index. Clear? So by using all these things, we will calculate speed of light in the given medium, or sometime we have to calculate refractive index of anything. Clear?